Hi everybody, Zoe here, Grammar Girl. We're back. I've missed y'all. We're coming back strong. Today's episode is a great one. We're talking about acronyms. Can't wait to get into this one. So, what's an acronym? Maybe you've been scrolling through social media or gotten an email from a coworker or maybe even seen certain things in the news where it's a cluster of letters that seem to be a widely used word or phrase that people keep abbreviating into these letters. But you're like, well, what does that mean? Don't worry, I've been there. I've had to Google a lot of things recently, especially in light of all the news that we're taking in now and just the way the youngsters are talking on TikTok. All these things come into play in our day-to-day lives, and they're ways for us to simplify phrases, save time it takes to type, or just make things a little simpler and kind of cutesy and fun. So let's talk about what an acronym really is. An acronym is a type of abbreviation. So we abbreviate things all the time. You abbreviate the months, the days of the week, doctor becomes DR, street becomes ST. All of those are types of abbreviation. Where an acronym stands out is that the acronym takes the first letter or letters of words in a phrase and creates a new word that we say as a word. Examples: scuba, radar, NATO, Tribeca. These are all words that we say, they roll off the tongue. What, on the other hand, would be something like NFL or USA or CIA, where we say those, but we say the letters. I, for the sake of clarity, am going to call these all acronyms, even though the purists will say that only the ones that create words are true acronyms. There are some that cross over that kind of prove my point that it can be, whether you say it as single letters or as a word, could be an acronym. ASAP is one of them. Some people say ASAP, as I just did. Some people say it as ASAP. So depending on which way you say it, you're either an acronym, it's a word, a new word, ASAP, or you're saying it as the letters, ASAP. So there's kind of a gray line. That's why I'm going to call these all acronyms. To make things even one more layer of interesting, we've got certain acronyms that are actually half and half initialisms and true acronyms, where we say one letter of one part of it and then the other letters combine to make a word. And examples of that would be JPEG or UNESCO or NAACP. One thing I love about just acronyms in general and abbreviations is the history aligns a lot with why we use them today. So back in the day, the telegraph was around and people were limited to the space that they had to write. So that's actually where the first acronym came about. SCOTUS was in a telegram in 1879. A couple years later, I think it was 1895, that became POTUS, and then now of course we have FLOTUS, which are great examples of acronyms, classic acronyms. We have created these new words that we say all the time. And then now today, flash forward, we've got character restrictions on Twitter and people are kind of creating their own acronyms. So instead of saying, in case you missed it, here's the presidential address from yesterday or whatever it may be, we're not going to write out in case you missed it. Very rarely would we ever say this out loud, but it has become so frequently typed and read that it's its own version of an acronym. So with that, I'm going to give you all some of my absolute favorite acronyms. I'm going to write them out here and just stop talking. Hopefully they help and you can keep them in your back pocket for the next time you need to figure out what something means. And if you've got your own favorite acronyms that you'd like to share, please comment and shoot us an email, let us know, and we'd love to hear from you. See you all next episode.